We're getting into some good D&D country. I'm driving to Truckee. Just past Boomtown, which would be a good D&D starter city. Approaching the Truckee River. Some nice scenery. I wasn't gonna make a video, but of course every time I drive this route, I always make a video. Whether or not people watch or not, I have to make the video. King Mountain, Indian Smoke Shop, right lane must exit. I don't want to do that. Verde, exit 15 miles per hour. Gold Ranch Road. There's an actual Starbucks there. I could go there and use the internet. Gas, foods, slots, lotto, looks closed. Pancake, eggs, and bacon, $4.99. Most of those cheap breakfasts and meals, I've found out, you really have to be a member to get the deal. Wow, look at that D&D country. It's majestic. That looks like old school D&D, where you just climb up the hill and you encounter 3 or 4 orcs coming down the hill, and there's a skirmish. One of the party members slides down and falls. Nothing happens to him. He doesn't have a lot of armor weighing him down. They're all first level adventurers, and they have a tough time, but they kill the 3 or 4 orcs. They get like 4 gold pieces and 7 copper. And then they go up the hill in search of a cave. And they run across more orcs. Look at those structures over there. They run across more orcs, and there's a lair of about 15 to 20 orcs with some female orcs and some orc children or younglings. It's funny to call D&D monster creatures younglings. It's such a stupid, funny word. Truckee, 19. Sacramento, 125. Truckee is not far away. Only 20 miles away. There's no reason to go here, except to take care of business. So we have here a mountain pass. In the old days, people used to walk this. This is Donner Party material. Watch for snow removal equipment. Speed limit 65, radar enforced. I like to drive behind trucks. Ellen S. Hart Freeway, safety belt law enforced. They have their safety belts on my stuffed animals. It's a winding road. All trucks must carry chains. Snow removal area. Purple Heart Trail. Marine Division, FMF, move over or slow for stopped emergency. A $1,000 fine for animal abandonment. My favorite sign. Because what kind of sick truck would abandon a young puppy on the hillside? 313790 on the back of that truck. Who's gonna drop off a kitten or a cat? People do it, otherwise they wouldn't have put up the sign. That is cruel to just abandon your dog. But this is some good D&D country. So there were some orcs. This looks like be a good place for goblins. Not much to eat here, looks like. goblins are ready to kill any adventurers. On this hillside would be a cave system of goblins. There'd be 100 to 300 goblins up there. And there'd be a goblin king of this tribe. They'd have some treasure. Their dungeon would be notably bigger than the orc dungeon. There'd be more of them. So it'd be pretty tough to wipe out the whole tribe. And then up here, up that hill, there'd be some kobolds. See, what happened is some people dropped off some dogs. They got magically merged with humans. And they became kobolds. Anyway, the kobold lair is up there. Savage fighting dog creatures, dogmen. And they are still in EverQuest on Norath today. I'm a big fan of low-level, old-school D&D, where you're barely starting out with crap, and you have to start out in the world and try and make ends meet and do the best that you can with no help, except from your friends, and you're all trying to survive. So my rules correction, if I ever played a D&D campaign, is like EverQuest. When a character dies, since it's a player character, I would just have them regenerate at a starting point, so you don't have to keep rolling new characters. Because what's the difference? As long as the regeneration portal is away from the dungeon at your starting home city, it's not like they could die and then just run back to the dungeon. And then part of my campaign would be to find other regeneration portals. And the characters would have adventures. In EverQuest, you never have to truly die. It sucks bad enough being ripped from the zone. Death really feels real in EverQuest, so it would work in D&D. Looks like a cop car there. Okay, doing good. Surrounded by trucks. In Magic the Gathering terms, they are artifact creature vehicles. I haven't played Magic the Gathering in a while either. So, those hilly mountains, rocky hills there, you could get into some stone giants there, or rock giants. I just made up rock giant. He'd be about 8 feet tall. Stone giants are 10 to 12 feet tall. Well, some of them can go up to 14 feet tall. It was a true disappointment in the Hobbit movies to have the stone giants actually be made of stone. No, they're just big humans who throw rocks. So the Hollywood people didn't have enough old school D&D players who could correctly interpret the Hobbit books. That's a crying shame that they did the CGI stone giant thing. And there's no way the dungeon party could survive that. They would have fallen to their death. Then the whole movie just became an amusement park. There's no fear of death. No one's gonna die, so it's not really dangerous. Well, that was already screwed up when Gandalf and the dwarves were up in the trees and the fires were going, and You weren't really frightened for the characters. You knew they were going to live because of the story, but all the CGI crap made it seem like it wasn't dangerous at all. Oh, we'll be fine. They could have done that a lot better. A real director knew what he was doing, would have done a fine job. We have a water source here. So what's going to be down there? Some fishmen. Sahuagin. And D&D Online, they're like fish people. And they have spears called the Sahuagin. It's kind of like an H.P. Lovecraft monster. So the party adventurers could fight them there. Let's see. Emergency parking only. So there'd be a tribal cult over there with some humans worshiping the Sahuagin. And there'd be a small town up there or a settlement. Wow, Truckee is only 12 miles away. Auburn's 81 miles. Sacramento, 111. So I'm just taking my sweet time. Let's pass this truck. Because it's something to do. And it's a good time to do it. So there's lots of fallen trees over there. Maybe some cabins are being built by humans. Or there's a fort being built. So this area could be a human refuge. There's lots of trees up there. And those trees up there could be an elven settlement. Some wood elves would live there. I'm gonna change my lane. It's a really great day to Tahoe National Forest. Really great day to drive. There's no traffic. I'm on a Wednesday. I have driven this route and it went 7 miles per hour for an hour. But it's November. And the other way is looking pretty clear too. That's good. It's a couple of weeks before Thanksgiving, so we're not going to have a lot of travelers. In a week or two, for the weekends, people are going to be traveling this to go gamble. Alright. So I've been thinking of reasons to go back to California. Well, I'm going there today. They have a great coffee shop in Truckee, my favorite one to go to, which is Wild Cherry's Coffee Shop. And there's some deer next 8 miles. So if there's deer, there's going to be rabbits and other kinds of small animals. That means the goblins, orcs, and kobolds haven't gotten here. So this area is going to be, if you meet any humanoids at all, they're just going to be wandering monsters. There could be a bugbear cave or some owl bears. A couple trolls could come out at night. There's definitely some cultists around here. They're living in the woods. Some hippie cultists. They're worshiping their druid gods. We have some humans up there on the old Forsaken driveway. Judd Hirschdale Road, 1 mile. Judd Hirsch was in Taxi, and he made a cameo in Independence Day, but I always think of him as Alex Rieger. Boca Stampede Recreation Area, next exit. Alright, we did a good 15 minutes of video. And that's the most scenic part. We got some good D&D lands coming up. Lots of trees, so gonna get lots of elves there. Some Calneva elves. That's what they're called. Alright. So thanks for watching this video, and more to come.